Just as a little segue, because I asked Jonathan Reynolds about it, do you have a view on this Chagos Islands giveaway? Because the idea of spending £18 billion on it and then having a massive black hole in the defence budget seems to me to be rather contradictory.
Why do you have to buy what you've already got?
I don't know.
I mean, if you already own it, why do you have to buy it? And this is an absurd situation. I mean, Diego Garcia has been unquestionably British territory. In fact, back in the 1960s, Britain paid £3 million to the Mauritians to secure forever this territory. It belongs to Britain. And just because there was a non-binding opinion from an international court some years ago doesn't mean that Britain now has to pay upwards of £10 billion to keep what it's always had.
Also, we found out that one of the officials ruling on that judgment in the court was linked to the Chinese Communist Party. Oh, what a coincidence, Mr. Abbott.
Well, Camilla, this is the problem. I mean, in countries like Britain and Australia, we think of international courts as if they are the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council.
Yes.
They are not courts of justice. They are courts of politics, often courts of politics driven by aggressive dictatorships with a hatred of the West. And we should be determined to do justice. We should be determined to be decent. But that doesn't mean we should be the slaves of these global tribunals.
Yes. On Trump in general, what do you make of his first month in office?
He's a force of nature. It's probably been the most spectacularly active start to any presidency ever. I think his instincts are fundamentally sound. I think his determination to eliminate the politics of climate and identity is absolutely right. I think he's been pretty brutal in his handling of some of America's friends and neighbours. But if the roughhouse tactics are designed to bring about a good objective and they succeed in bringing about a good objective, well, I suppose perhaps there's something to be said for them. Do
you think it's all about the art of the deal and negotiation, take people to a point of extremity in a bid to reel them back in and get what you want? 25% tariffs on Mexico and China, for instance.
Well, it was 25% tariffs on Mexico and only 10% tariffs on China.
Yeah.
And given that in the end, China is the great strategic competitor, Mexico and Canada are not. I mean, Canada is one of America's closest friends and allies. Mexico is certainly a friend. I think you could argue with the sense of proportion there. But look, the tariffs on Mexico and China aren't happening. The request by Trump, the demand by Trump for better border control was a perfectly reasonable one. And if, in the end, the roughhouse tactic brought about the kind of border control measures which should have been in place already, maybe, as I said, that's not the world's worst thing.